Hey, what's up guys? It's week 6. It's my week 6 update, also known as 42 days have passed since I started my journey. And if you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss my weight loss journey. I started this journey 6 weeks ago at 309 pounds. I can't even believe I was that big, but I was. I'm 5'8", and 6 weeks has gone by and I have done ketogenic diet, very as strict as possible, where you stay less than 20 net carbs in a day. And I've also done intermittent fasting on the 16-8 ratio. So I fast for 16 hours a day and I only eat in an 8-hour window, essentially noon to like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Okay, so I am on a journey. If you're new to this channel, I'm on a journey to lose 140 pounds. I am, drumroll, 281 pounds today. That means I have lost a total of 28 pounds in 6 weeks. Give me 2 thumbs up. I am so excited. I'm very happy with my progress. I feel like I'm at a good spot to where I feel like I'm at where I should be 6 weeks into this. My body now has went from being a carbohydrate burner, where I ate tons of carbs, to a fat burner, also as ketones. So I've switched my entire diet from super high carb, very unhealthy, very tiring foods to super energizing, fat burning way of life, also known as high fat, low carb. So I feel like a different person. I mean, this is 6 weeks. My body's pretty fat adapted at this point. It's remarkable how different I am today versus 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago, it seems like so long ago. I can't believe 6 weeks. It's only been 6 weeks. I can't believe how good I feel in only 6 weeks. So today is day 42, and I am like, I feel like I've just gotten literally a new chance at life. I feel amazing. I am starting to, if people don't know, like friends and acquaintances don't know that I'm doing keto, a lot of people recently in the last week have noticed I'm losing weight and wondering what I'm doing. So it's at that point where it's noticeable now that I'm dropping the pounds, because not only is the scale moving, but I'm shrinking everywhere. My double chin is almost gone. You know, I hate that you lose your weight in your face first, because like I have other areas I would have preferred to go to first. But you know, it's a loss, whatever. But overall, I measured myself 6 weeks ago. Let me grab my notes because I don't remember these numbers. I've gotten the mommy crazy brain. Okay, so my hips, like the lowest or the biggest part of my belly, like right here, they were 60 inches on day 1. Today, 6 weeks later, I am 55 inches. So I've lost 5 inches just from my hips. My high waist, which I consider like right here where it goes in, like I try to use the same spot every time. So my high waist was 44 inches on day 1. And today it's 42.5, which is a loss of 1.5 inches. My belly button, which is another marker, was the other measurement that I took, because my belly button pretty much, you know, I like to pick like landmarks on my belly so that I'll be able to measure in the same spot every time, because you could easily fudge these numbers by like going up or going down. So I just picked spots on my body that I know aren't gonna change, like the widest part of my hips. I'll always have a widest spot. My high waist, which is where my my pretend little waist is, and then my belly button. Those three things are pretty static, so great spots to measure weekly from. So my belly button was 53 inches, and today it is 49.5 for a loss of 3.5 inches. Altogether, I've lost 10 inches off my waist. I did my arms and my legs too, but I don't have really big arms and kind of not really that big legs, so I really was focusing mostly on measuring my midsection, but 10 inches. So definitely subscribe. I mean, stuff is working. You're gonna wanna follow along this journey with me. So that means I started this at 140. I started this at 309. My goal weight is 170 pounds, and I have lost 28 pounds, making my new total, or what I have left to lose, is 111 pounds. So that's another reason you want to subscribe. I definitely have a long ways to go still, so follow along and see how I'm doing, what I'm running into, my tips and tricks. But I kind of want to go over a few things to keep in mind in this journey. So it's been 6 weeks, obviously. I feel like there's a few things that I need to improve on. My first one would be, we went out in the past 2 weeks, we've gone out 3 times. I've ordered a Coke Zero. Now, diet sodas in itself, they're not good to drink. I try to like limit them if we go out or something, have it then. But I do want to say that it's not like it has an impact on my insulin or, you know, glucose because it's diet sugar. But I feel like it kind of isn't fixing my problem of sugar. So when I'm having those things, I feel like it just makes me want them again. And then I don't really want a lot of soda in my diet. So I'm gonna make sure I watch my diet sodas. I mean, I don't go out to eat a lot. So that's why I'm using those times to have my diet soda, or Coke Zero, I should say, is my go-to. But just watch those things. And then I was drinking another flavored sparkling water. And even though it's sweet, it's sweetened with, I think, sucrose. I forget, don't quote me, it's on the back. But I feel like since I've been drinking those 2 things the past 2 weeks, my weight loss has kind of slowed down. So I don't know if there's a correlation because it's supposed to be sugar-free and all that stuff, but I'm just gonna watch those things. Instead of grabbing for those, stick with the sparkling waters that are just sparkling waters with a little like lemon or lime. Just like no sweetness. So I'm gonna make sure that those, like a Coke Zero or a sweetened sparkling water, I'm gonna really limit those. And also dairy. Dairy is a sneaky ingredient because you can get a lot of carbs quick with cheeses. So I'm gonna make sure this week I'm gonna tone down the dairy that I'm using. And I typically don't eat that much dairy, but it adds up quick. So I'm just gonna watch my dairy. And plus too much dairy turns into sugar, lactose or, so I'm also gonna watch the dairy. So this week I'm gonna focus more on lots of, making sure I'm getting my macros by getting high fats and very, very low carbs. So I'm just gonna try and tweak some things and make sure. I got also a little sloppy with my logging of foods this week. I looked through my diary and I'd only completed like 6 days out of the 2 weeks of this month. So I'm gonna make sure I start logging my food again because I need to see it. I need to see where my fats, my everything, all of my macros are, because it's a visual representation of my success, you know? So I'm gonna make sure I'm logging my food, watching dairy, and watching those sweetened or diet sparkling waters or diet sodas. So that's my tip number 1. Tip number 2, last week I had a week where I didn't lose anything. This week I'm down 4.5 pounds. So that's a great number, but also thinking in 2 weeks I've only lost 4.5 pounds, and that could get discouraging, but you gotta trust the process. I've shrunk 10 inches in 6 weeks. I mean, looking at the whole, I think that's a better way to approach it than being so caught up on the actual weekly amount. So I'm going to try and trust the process and not get discouraged, because still 4.5 pounds in 2 weeks is really good. So I'm happy with that. I have been lifting some weights, but I hurt my back last week lifting something at Costco. So I kind of didn't work out too much other than a few arm exercises because my back was just hurting. So this week I'm better today, getting back at it. So just getting that frustration out at the gym so that I'm not eating those calories or eating those frustrations. So I'm gonna work them out in the gym, but I'll take it easy on my back. So in short, my energy is freaking fantastic. If at anything you're looking for a reason to do this, above all, energy levels. My energy is amazing. And I've gotten a few pushbacks when I tell people I'm doing keto. They're like, oh, you can't eat like that forever. You're gonna fall off. That's not something you can do forever. Just lots of critiques when it comes to what I'm doing. And I will say, my response to them has been, well, eating a high carbohydrate diet got me to 309 pounds. So that wasn't working either. So that kind of like shuts them up for a minute and they're like, huh. So it's like, this works for me. I'm tuning out the noise. I don't want to hear it from anybody else because this is actually something that's working for me. And the only thing that matters is I've decided to change my life. This is how I'm going to do it. And it's working. And nobody else's opinion matters what I'm doing. So tune out the noise, tune out the critics. And you know what? If it's not working for you, find something else. But for me, this is working for me. So the last thing I'm going to do is hop off and get on the carbohydrate bandwagon. That got me 140 pounds overweight. So that's basically in a nutshell my 2 tips. I've had critics and I've had a few sneaky ingredients. When you're eating out, the sodas, can lead, one choice could easily slip up to 2. So I've been good. I have not cheated. But I'm going to really focus more on the core of this diet, and that's not the keto replacement foods. I tried a couple recipes where it's like a keto muffin, and yeah, those are cool and all, but right now I'm in weight loss mode. That stuff is just distractions as well. Focus on real food that's working right now, and that's why those little extra keto replacement foods are great and all, but once those are great for when I get to maintenance mode. I am not in maintenance mode right now. I'm in weight loss mode. So, let's see, other things people are asking me is what's a typical day like in my life, like what I'm doing. And I wake up in the morning, sometimes before my alarm goes off, because again, I've got so much energy. And I don't need a huge thing of coffee. I drink coffee because I like coffee. And then I fast until I drop my kids at school, and then I fast until noon. And fasting means I'm only drinking clear liquids like water or coffee or tea, nothing else. And then once I drink black coffee. So when you first start off, you're gonna be really hungry when you're starting off the fasting plus the keto. So I'd pick one to start off with keto and then add fasting once you've gotten through that first week. So just as a tip, you can do them, if you've done them before together, go ahead and go for it. But if you're new, do one at a time, don't shock your body too much. For me, I just jumped right in and it worked, but it's tough. It takes a lot of willpower that first week. So getting back on topic, I drink my coffee, and then at noon, I make breakfast for lunch. So I'll have eggs and bacon, eggs and Canadian bacon, just stuff like that. I'll basically have my breakfast for lunch. And I cook those eggs in butter and lots of pink salt. So then I have lunch, and then I'll have a snack sometimes with either peanuts or pepperoni. Sometimes I'm not even hungry for snacks. It's just basically how I feel. Some days I eat snacks, some days I don't. I typically find on the days where I'm not as busy, I like to snack. So I try to go out and get a workout in around that time, like between 3 and 4, I get the munchies. So I usually go out and work out at 3 or 4, and then that gets me through it. So I drink lots of water, lots of herbal teas, and occasionally, what is it called? The sparkling waters, just the plain unsweetened sparkling waters is my other go-to drink. And then occasionally I'll do a Coke Zero or one of those sweetened sparkling waters, flavored sparkling waters. So, and then I will get at dinner time, I will make my dinner, and then I will stop eating at around 7:30ish, and I won't eat again until the next day at noon. So that's my typical day. I've been trying to post some recipes that people have been liking. You know, I'll post it in my Facebook group. And like, ooh! So I'm gonna try and start posting a lot more recipes of the meals that I'm eating. I eat a lot of the same foods every week because I know they're safe choices. I know they're gonna create a calorie deficit. So, and those are easy meals and they're quick. And right now, being in weight loss mode, I'm not looking to like satisfy my palate. I am looking to lose weight. So I don't mind having the same foods every week. I know, and plus it makes planning a lot easier. I know how much my macros are gonna be. My grocery budget is pretty on par, you know, like I can know what to expect so I can budget. I'm saving money, I'm meal planning. So that's all kind of like fits together in the puzzle. And then lastly, my biggest tip to lose, like that I've learned in this 6 weeks that has made a difference between the 4,000 other diets that I've yo-yoed and crashed on, I am planning everything. Planning a grocery budget, planning a menu, having snacks ready at my reach if I need a snack, because the worst thing you can do is be unprepared when you're keto, because you're gonna easily cheat. The temptation's there. The temptation to get fast food or anything like that that's convenient when you're busy is really not hugely catered to keto. It's possible, but it's not easy. So having snacks ready, having foods in my fridge to whip up and make dinners that are on target, that are at home where I'm not going out, it's really the reason why I have succeeded and have had such success in 6 weeks versus doing something for like 2 weeks and falling off the wagon, or trying to do something. Like, it really has made the biggest difference, because I never was a planner before and I'm trying to be one this time, and it has made all the difference in the world. So I highly suggest you meal plan, or menu plan for your week, or how many days you have ahead of time, and have those foods around you. Have those sparkling waters, you know, so if you need something, you just pound the sparkling water. It's amazing. So my favorite sparkling waters right now, mind you, Bubbly, I think is Bubly. Love the Bubbly, and I drink the lime one. And Dasani makes a great lime one. Those two are, and then there's another brand called Waterloo, and it's lime. Those 3 lime sparkling waters are not sweetened. They're delicious. So check those out. I'll post those links below. Hopefully your grocery store or Amazon carries them. But when I have a craving coming on, I just drink one of those, and that bubbliness makes me feel full. Feels like I'm having something, and it's been a great way to just take this for that. So, in summary, watch the sodas and artificial sweeteners, watch your dairy, plan everything, plan, and have something at your fingertips where if you need something. So that's my biggest tips for 6 weeks in. I'm 42 days in, I believe. I started on February 11th. Today is let me look at my watch. Today is the March 25th. So I am halfway through month 2. I'm 6 weeks in, and I've dropped 28 pounds. So give me 2 thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I would love to help. If you have questions, maybe you want to cheer me on. If you have an idea for a video that you'd like me to do, comment those below, and I would love to help. So ask me anything. And stay tuned, because I have a couple recipes this week that are really cool that I'm going to be uploading, and I will see you at the next video. Check out these before and after pictures. Seriously. It's crazy. So, and best of all, I've been wearing clothes that I haven't worn in forever, like extra larges. I've been a 2, 3X for so long, and I'm able to pull out those extra larges, and it's like, yes. So I'll see you at the next video. Comment below, let me know how you're doing, and feel free to join my Facebook group if you want some like a community feel. All the links are gonna be below. So have a great day, happy Monday, and you're watching Keto Rewind with Jess.